last year or were last year, just a little bit of a reminder of what this is. This is the second iteration of Penguin Podium. Tonight is our very first night in 2017. But this is the chance for 12 of our seniors this year to have 5 minutes each to share a little bit with you all about some things they think are important, some things they've realized, some things they've learned while they've been here at Harvard or while they've been away from Harvard, and would like to talk about. And this is their platform to do that. So tonight's our first night. We have two excellent speakers queued up for you, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy what they have to say. Again, please be respectful while they say it, and keep your conversations to a minimum while they're talking. And to introduce our first speaker tonight, Jen Coutier. Please come on up.
Hi everybody. As Nick said, my name is Jennifer Coutier, and I'm a resident tutor here at Quincy House. And I get the enormous pleasure tonight of introducing Brittany Wang. So, as a fellow HDRB concentrator, I first met Brittany in the HDRB, or Human Developmental and Regenerative Biology Administrative Office, before becoming a tutor. I remember how excited she was to welcome me to Quincy House as a tutor. She was so kind, exuberant, and open, qualities that I came to learn have made her a cornerstone of the Quincy House community. True. As many of you know, Brittany uses these qualities as co-chair, as well as a student mental health liaison in Quincy House. Her service also extends to being a minority recruiter for Harvard in her native Texas, as well as helping to organize the pre-Yard Fest block party this Friday, which you will all hopefully be enjoying. Brittany is also an exceptional athlete. She actually competed in the Junior National Championships and did very well, if you ever want to ask her about her diving career. And she also has a passion for entrepreneurship as well as biotechnology. And she has a great speech for you tonight. So with that, I would like to introduce Lip Sync's Beyonce circa 2006, Brittany Wang.
Y'all hear me? Good. All right. So y'all, I've spent most of college off social media. Some people ask me, Brittany, you were HOCO chair. How do you do your job without social media? Good question. This certainly crossed my mind when I became co-chair. How was I going to lead any social events without being on a social network? Well, first, I had to have a kick-butt publicity team, which I was blessed with, so shout out to Sean Gillette and Quincy HOCO. Secondly, I learned to be intentional with the social channels I did have. In the past 3 years, I realized how social media tools, like Facebook, can impact the way I communicate. So I made a change. Here's my story. After spring exams ended in May 2014, for my seniors our freshman year, I shipped off to a small island off the southern coast of Japan called Okinawa. A social media enthusiast since high school, I decided I'd document everything on Facebook. My Facebook album, titled Summer Paradise, starts with my Bon Voyage photo, a self-portrait in my program-specific t-shirt, cargo pants, and my stuffed travel monkey, Bongo, on my right shoulder. The album features Japanese McDonald's, underwater caves, and more. I was anxious to keep all of my memories. After all, I was going to be in Okinawa for the whole summer. Facebook was an important tool for me to stay connected with my friends. One Sunday morning, I woke up and went for a run along the beach, photographing serene infinity pools and Okinawan flora around me. When I got back to my room, I scrolled through my photos, fixed highlights and contrasts, and began uploading the pictures. Then, I looked at the notifications tab. Nothing. Click. Nothing. Refresh. Nothing. Okay. It's 8 a.m. here in Japan, so that's like 9 p.m. in the States? Shoot. Prime Facebook time. I felt a surge of impatience. Where was my social network? Where were these people who shared my similar interests, like my life? I mean, come on. My album had Japanese McDonald's and big blue beaches. This was the highlights reel of my time in Japan. I stopped. This was only the highlights reel of my time in Japan. Summer Paradise did not include the day-to-day errands or the lunchtime conversations. It didn't capture the Saturday mornings when I mustered up the courage to get on a bus and grocery shop in a language I couldn't even read. Or the terror I felt every time I remembered I was thousands of miles away from my family. There was more to this story than I could convey through a Facebook album with a witty title. I was posting a curated version of my life because I wanted external validation. I felt like I was creating a false version of myself, and the weirdest thing was, I wanted people to see it. I stopped having conversations with hometown friends, as we had already caught up in the comments of my photos. My parents would start our phone conversations with, "You look like you're doing great," when in reality, great was more complicated than what they could see in my pictures. My Facebook was replacing conversations that I wanted to have. By posting curated photos, I was giving away the spoilers before I even got to tell the story. I was not going to let Facebook tell the story of me. I wanted to. So I left. For the past 3 years, I've been off social media, and I felt a variety of emotions. I felt cleansed. All my communication can be pinpointed to one of my email accounts, my phone, or my handwritten postcards. I felt regret. Like last summer, when I learned my childhood neighbor got married. On the day of her wedding, when I got the text, "Hey, I don't know if you saw the Facebook invite, but my wedding's today. Are you coming?" Shoot. I felt uncertain. I mean, I'm a senior. I'm graduating in just a month. For now, this campus makes it easy for me to stay connected with my community. But what happens when we don't live in Quincy House anymore? These are all instances that have made me rethink my decision to stay off social media. However, until I figure out how to use social media in a way that I like, I plan to remain offline. But that's just me. You all have your own social media stories. Some people use Facebook Messenger because honestly, almost everyone has it. Others never post, but use Facebook as a news source. I'd love to hear how you use it. So before I finish, I'd like to clarify the takeaway of my story tonight. I'm not saying you should stop using Facebook. I'm also not saying people who have perfectly curated Facebooks are seeking external validation. That was just me. I am saying, let's think about how social media impacts the way we communicate. If Facebook is giving you opportunities that you didn't have before, then by all means, embrace it. But if you've ever felt like you've had a toxic relationship with social media, maybe we can think of a way to change how you use it. I've spent most of college off of social media because I realized when I'm curating my life on Facebook, I miss out on moments to hear about yours. For now, this works because of the way I can communicate here at Harvard. However, as we move on to our next chapters, I encourage us to check in with ourselves to see how social media is truly affecting our social lives. Thanks so much to Quincy House. These last 3 years have been awesome, and I'm so honored to be here tonight and sharing my stories with y'all. So please come talk to me afterwards. I'd love to share. Thank you.